Be happy, Fred, out. Welcome back again. Fred here. And today I want to discuss the book called The Alchemist from Paulo Coelho. And this time I'm not reviewing a non-fiction book, but a fiction book. And the reason I chose this book is because it's super mysterious. There's a lot of wisdom in this book and it's just a lot of fun to read. I actually finished this book in one day because I just couldn't stop reading. The author just always kept me in the story the whole time, and it was so mysterious that I just had to finish it. And I really think that you would enjoy this book as well. So I want to divide this book review into two parts. One is called Mystery and the second part is called Opportunities. And after that I just want to conclude with a few key takeaways and finish up the video. Alright, so let's start with the video. So the first part, I called it Mystery. Well, why? Because this book, The Alchemist, it was just so mysterious to me, because when I read this book, or even when I got this book, I didn't know anything about the book. I didn't even know the plot, or I didn't even read the back of the book. I didn't know anything at all. And even the name, The Alchemist, was just very mysterious to me. Because as far as I knew, alchemists were a myth of people who turned any object into gold. So I was really curious to see what this book had to offer. Well, so in this book you will find out that at the end of every page you just need to read the second page, because there's just so much unclear about the book. The title doesn't match up with the beginning setting of the book at all, so every time you're curious, like, what's the plot of this book? What's the ending? What's gonna happen? It's never sure, but then in the end, when you finish the book, it all makes sense. And it's such a beautiful feeling when you read the book, because it really feels that you're exploring someone else's life. You're exploring a whole new perspective on life. Because in the book, there's a lot of focus on the language of the world. And what is this language of the world? Well, the book talks about this forgotten language of the world where nature is talking to us, but we don't understand it anymore. And there are these few people in the book who really live in accordance with nature, and you can see how they understand this language of the world. And probably right now I'm not making any sense, probably, but if you read the book, it all just makes sense. It's so clear, and it really has this sort of wonder when you read it. It's really special, it's really unique. And that's really why I want to tell you, read this book. It's so different than any other book. And so the second part that I want to discuss about this book is opportunities. So this book literally starts with a dream. It's a shepherd who's dreaming. And at the end of this whole book, you just realize that this shepherd, this main character of the book, he is just taking every opportunity that comes along the way. He has no clue in the beginning where he's going to end up with, but he always finds an opportunity to get further in the story, to find something else. He always has an obstacle, but he always finds a way around it. And there's a lot of wisdom that comes with that in the book. This book also really focuses on your heart, and in my opinion it takes a little bit too literally, but I'll take it. This book really tells a lot about that your heart is talking to you. And in the beginning, when your heart has an idea, and that's, for example, a purpose or a job that you want to do in your life, it's communicating with you. It's telling you, hey, this is what I want to do, so let's do it. However, if you're not listening to your heart, or you're ignoring it, the longer and longer you ignore listening to your heart, the softer and softer your heart will speak back to you. And at one point, if you do not listen to your heart at all, your heart in the book will literally die. It will start dying. And I would just take this as a metaphor, as in the beginning, when you find a new passion, when you find something you're good at, you're very motivated and you're very, very energetic about it. You want to do something. If you don't act on it, if you do not act upon it, the longer and longer you wait, the less and less and less your heart will give into it, and at one point the idea or the passion will disappear. And that's something you need to prevent. You need to act upon your purpose, on your passion, the moment that you feel it at its most vivid point. And I think that's really strong message from this book. Really act upon what your heart is telling you. And I'm not literally saying go listen to your heart, like physically, but you know what I mean. It's a metaphor. Really find something you're good at, find something you're passionate about, and act upon it. Don't wait too long, because before you know it, your heart will stop talking to you. So to summarize a little bit, I don't really include a lot of parts from this book, but I hope that that's something you kind of notice. I don't want to just do a book review, but I really want to have my own take on books. So instead of just reviewing a whole book, I just want to focus on a very few key aspects that you might want to look at in your own life and apply it. And I just highly recommend this book, because even though it's fiction, it's so much fun to read. It's a new take on life. It's a new perspective. It's a new take on listening to your heart, taking opportunities, and just being on this amazing journey of a shepherd who is traveling and coming across new people. So much things are happening, and it's truly interesting to read. Hereby I want to end this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I would highly appreciate it if you like the video, if you comment if you want to read it, comment why you don't want to read it. Please just engage with me. I'm really curious to hear more about you and to hear more from you. All right, hereby I want to end this video. As always, stay positive, be happy, Fred out.